Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be part 2, which is the element spread. So a lot of you have been kind of questioning, what's happened to the element spread at the end of the readings. I've had to kind of try to condense my readings and make them a little bit shorter because they were taking up too much time. If you think I have to do all 12 signs every month, and on top of that I have a day job and I do my private readings, so it was taking a lot of time. And if you think, I do everything myself, so I have to edit the videos and upload them, and it was just taking up a lot of time. So I decided to try and make them shorter. However, I do understand that people really loved the element spread, so I'm going to do it as a part 2, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So we've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with fire signs. I just want to say, even though it says king, it's not gender specific. It can relate to a man or a woman. Okay, so I'm going to start with fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, then move on to air signs, which is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So yeah, and water signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, and then earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So let's get into the readings. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for those of you dealing with with fire signs, sorry. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with fire signs for September 2018? Okay, so some of you have left this person out in the cold, or they're leaving you out in the cold. Okay, so I definitely feel as though you're either ignoring this person or vice versa. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with fire signs for September 2018? Okay, I feel like this one wants to come out. Justice, okay. So we want justice. We want a little bit of revenge here. Even though justice typically doesn't mean that. It's kind of like karma, doing what's right, justice, so reaping what you sow, but also being fair and just in the situation. So I feel like if you are ignoring someone, Scorpio, I feel like you're doing it to kind of balance things out. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with fire signs for September 2018? Okay, yeah, okay, so here we have the 9 of Swords. So let's see what other cards come out. So you and this person are definitely thinking about each other a lot. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with fire signs? Oh, okay, it literally just jumped out like that. So here we have the Chariot. So some of you are, it's like you're worried about a potential separation. So you're trying to get control in the situation and trying to keep things moving forward, because the Chariot does speak about things moving forward. It speaks about things going forward, but it also represents having determination, self-control. So one of these sphinxes actually represents the mind, the other one represents the emotion, and this person here who's actually sitting in the Chariot is having full control over these two sphinxes. So I feel like you're trying to take control of the situation. I do feel like you're trying to do the right thing. Why is this 5 of Pentacles here? Clarification on the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, so some of you are ignoring someone, or you might possibly even you might even actually be like being ignored yourself, if that makes sense. So I definitely feel as though either you're leaving someone out, you're ignoring them, or they potentially might be ignoring you, or you're missing an opportunity. But I do feel like someone is really, really kind of in their mind, they're really kind of obsessing over things, they're really overthinking things. I feel like this person is determined to maybe put things right with you, or you're determined to put things right with them. Whether you know it or not, I'm not too sure, because if you're ignoring someone, if you're leaving them out in the cold, you wouldn't really know if you're not speaking to them. But I feel like this person might be thinking about what they've done and how they can make things right. So let's move on to those of you who are dealing with air signs. Okay, what's going on for Scorpios dealing with air signs for September 2018? What's going on for Scorpios dealing with air signs for September 2018? The Page of Cups. So you and this person have very strong feelings for one another. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with air signs for September 2018? Yeah, you're thinking about this person heavily. They're thinking about you. You're both kind of caught in your feelings as well. So I feel like this is a very intense situation where they're not only on your mind, but you're all in your feelings about it. And, you know, that does make sense because Scorpio is one of the most emotionally intense signs. So it could be the air sign as well. Maybe you've got this air sign in their feelings, which if you've managed to get an air sign in their feelings, then they must really like you. So what's going on for Scorpios dealing with air signs for September 2018? Scorpios dealing with air signs for September 2018. Okay. The Knight of Wands. Okay. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with air signs for September 2018? Okay, you and this person are thinking about each other heavily. Okay, there are feelings, but there's just this inconsistency, and this person is kind of in and out of your life, and this is leading to hurt. Okay, so if you are dealing with an air sign, I would just be a little bit cautious because I don't like this Knight of Wands energy. So he's very kind of flippant, you know, I say he, but it could also be a she as well, you know. So again, this is someone who is, it's kind of like, again, you know, it's in your life, then out of your life. It's inconsistency. So why is this Ten of Swords here? And I feel like that's what's leading to hurt with the Ten of Swords. It's what's leading to this clarification on the Ten of Swords. Okay, this one literally just jumped out. The Star. Okay, so if this person has hurt you, for some of you, it's an Aquarius. Again, it doesn't have to be. It could also be a Libra. It could also be a Gemini. But the situation is healing. The Star does speak about wish fulfillment. It speaks about having faith in the situation. So some of you, with this clarifying the Ten of Swords, it's like you're expecting this person to hurt you. And again, it kind of makes sense because Scorpio, you always have a plan B. You're always ready for the worst case scenario. So it's like you're not having faith in this situation. It's like you're expecting this person to hurt you, and if they have hurt you previously, then it's definitely healing. Okay, if this person has stabbed you in the back, the Star also speaks about restoration, healing, hope. Okay, so I would just be a little bit cautious. Sort out any imbalance between you and this person. Don't let them just come in your life, then leave out of your life. Okay, set some boundaries with this person, even though you two do have feelings for one another and you can't stop thinking about each other. Work on the inconsistency. So now let's move on to those of you who are dealing with water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So let's shuffle the cards. What's going on? Can't stand it when my cards get messy. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with water signs for September 2018? Okay, so we have the World. So some of you are getting closure from this situation. Some of you might be ending the situation, or a situation has potentially ended with the World, but I feel like it's either ending or you're starting a new phase, a new cycle, or you're getting kind of clarification, you're getting closure on the situation. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with water signs for September? Okay, so some of you are going to reunite with this person. So it's like a situation ended and now you're going to reunite. Some of you are getting closure as well with regards to the situation, because, you know, you've got the Three of Cups. It can indicate a third party situation, although it doesn't have to be. So some of you are getting clarification or closure on that. So some of you might be ending a third party situation. That won't resonate with all of you, but yeah, I definitely feel like there might have been a potential ending and then there's a possibility for a reunion. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with water signs for September? The Hanged Man. Okay, so some of you are kind of feeling like things are on pause. You've also got to look at things from the other person's perspective. They've got to look at things from your perspective. Look at things from a different point of view. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with water signs for September 2018? Yeah, okay. Let me clarify the Three of Cups. Clarification on the Three of Cups. Okay, so there's been an ending potentially between you and this person, or things have just, like a cycle has kind of ended. And this person might be persistent in trying to come back, or you might be persistent in trying to come back to this person. However, they're kind of just leaving you in limbo, or you're leaving them in limbo. You know, you're literally leaving them hanging. You know, you're leaving them in suspense. And I feel like you're leaving them out in the cold. And one thing with Scorpio is that when things are done, they're done. There's no going back. You know, if you betray a Scorpio's trust, even me as a Scorpio rising, you know, I also have my moon in the 8th house, which is Scorpio. So my moon's in Gemini, but it sits in the 8th house. So I'm not a Scorpio moon, but I have certain Scorpio moon traits. And if you betray my trust, then yeah, once it's done, it's done. You know, Scorpio is represented by the Death card in Tarot. So once something is dead to a Scorpio, it's kind of very difficult to revive it. So, but I do feel like someone is going to try to have a reunion with you, but I don't know if you really want it. So now let's have a look at what's going on for those of you dealing with earth signs. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with earth signs for September 2018? Scorpios dealing with earth signs. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with earth signs for September 2018? Okay, so you have the Six of Swords. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with earth signs for September 2018? Okay, some of you again leaving a third party situation, or there's been an imbalance, so you're moving away from stress, because the Six of Swords speaks about moving on to better things. And what I find interesting is when I was studying tarot, one of the things that was spoken about was notice the subtle change in the water. So here it's like this person starts off and things are all kind of choppy, and then they move off into calmer water. So I feel like you just want to get away from this person. They're just causing imbalance in your life here with the Two of Pentacles. You might have two different options, and you might even be leaving one of those options behind, okay? Again, that part won't resonate with all of you. What's going on for Scorpios dealing with earth signs for September 2018? Scorpios dealing with earth signs for September 2018. Yeah, okay, so some of you are choosing to leave suddenly from this situation. Clarification on the Tower. Yeah, I have to be honest, it kind of feels like there's going to be a sudden ending, or there has been a sudden ending between you and this person. And if there has been a sudden ending, this energy is affecting the reading for September, so it's still kind of coming into play. So one more card for Scorpios dealing with earth signs for September 2018. Yeah, so I feel like some of you are regaining your independence, and even though the Tower card looks scary, it actually sets us free from something. So the Tower is actually, in tarot, the Tower is the house of the devil, okay? So, and if you look, these people are fleeing this house of the devil. So it's like you're being set free from something, and what you're being set free from is someone who is juggling, someone who is imbalanced. It might not be a third party situation. It could just be that this person just has a lot going on, you know. So yeah, I feel like it will be a exciting time in September to see what happens for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you, because I feel like there was a lot that come out. So let's pull some oracle cards. What's going on for Scorpio in love for September 2018? What's going on for Scorpio in love for September 2018? Gentleness. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations and environments. So don't be too hard on yourself, Scorpio. Okay. What's going on for Scorpios in love for September 2018? What's going on for Scorpios in love for September 2018? Okay. We also have prioritise. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organised and motivated. So some of you need to not be so hard on yourself. Again, with the gentleness card, I feel like you are feeling sensitive right now, and it's about prioritising yourself, I feel like. Okay, one more card. What's going on for Scorpios dealing? What's going on for Scorpios in love for September 2018? I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. So I feel like whatever is happening in September, it's kind of setting the stage for this happy change to occur, okay? So don't worry about what happens in September. It's all meant to happen. And there is a very, very positive change coming. Whether you can see it right now, the changes that happen in September are just kind of putting you on the right path so that you can achieve this, you know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you for next month's reading. Bye, Scorpio.